I'll need one.
Let's see. McFly 182. Who's that?
That's Pride.
That's Pride. Okay.
Please.
Before I
Does it
accepted
matter what level we are?
it shouldn't matter.
Okay.
Let's see. I will send
I
McFly
can't get in this game at all.
a fleet invite.
I can't get into the server, and I can't get onto the game.
I'll
Is your
send
cap locks on?
Pack an invite.
No, I wish it was.
You're not trying to launch the test server, are you?
No, I've never had that.
Because I did that earlier. I was like, why can't I get in? I tried 2 or 3 times. I was like, oh, I'm trying to launch the test one.
No, I'm doing it from Steam.
God, I wish I had the fleet mercs that my Klingon has over here.
Alright. What do I need to do to tell you how to invite me?
I need your name, like your first name,
Duncan.
just like Duncan Boyd.
Yep, like Duncan Boyd.
I've already got you in my friend's invite.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Am I
I'm
not
inviting
on
you to the
fleet,
fleet.
though?
You're beginning to lose my cool with this.
Yay.
One of us. One of us. Hey, do I get enough time to do my dilithium mining on this guy?
Probably. I mean, you're already pretty familiar with it, Crom. I'm going to be covering like game basics, anyways.
Okay, yeah, I'll
We're
do
going
go
to
ahead
our
and-
space dock, right?
Yeah, go to ESD. I'm in instance number 14.
I'll dilithium mine, and then if I gotta, I'll
Alright.
punch back to you guys. I'm
managing
Romulan,
ships.
so
Okay. Romulan's cool.
well, I couldn't be a Klingon, and I wanted cloak.
Don't worry. I mean, most of what we're doing. I mean, we can change characters later. Just for the beginning part where we wound up getting started, I just wanted everybody to be the same faction so we could meet together. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sadly short.
Also, if any of you guys want to, come over to the Klingon side, we can definitely use the help because I'm getting tired of spending all my dilithium leveling up.
Yeah, I'm putting a lot into it as well. Although you're definitely putting more dilithium in than I am.
I told you I have a shitload of dilithium. Bro.
Yeah.
I need like a few characters that need help on Klingon side because I cannot get past. There is that one mission on the Klingon that I cannot do.
All you gotta
We
do,
can-
Queen, is tonight after we're done this, just let me know. I'll hop over with my Klingon there and we'll give her hell.
Okay.
There's 2 random people standing next to us now. I don't recognize either one from different fleets.
Well, to tell you the truth, it isn't me, and I wish it was.
I was like,
I'll
hey,
probably be the only
there's
short
Yuna,
one in this
aka
unit.
Heavy Metal Queen. I was like, who are these other 2? They follow like Queen's avatar over here.
You guys said Space Dock 14, right?
Space Dock 14, that's right. If you come in the transporter room, we're standing on the giant Star Trek badge thingamajig as you come left out of the transporter room. I'm actually looking at the transporter room right now.
It says transfer.
I'm actually thinking about clearing some of my characters off this account and making them all this character. Because she's kind of a... any faction thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big guy in real life, so every single one of my characters is maxed out height. I actually only, like, just recently with a couple of them started putting smaller heights on them to make them more realistic. Because I realized that all my characters are like giants, especially like my
Yeah.
Vulcans and Gorns. And I was like, holy
Oh
cow.
my gosh.
But, just, for me it's more natural, I guess. I feel like it's me more.
I think that instance is full. For some reason I cannot transfer.
Really? Alright,
See,
let's look at a different map then. If it's full. Let's change instance to they're all 29. Oh wait, here we go. Let's go to Earth Space Dock number 27. It's only got 9 people in it. 27. To do that, open your map and then go down and select change instance and then 27. For anybody that doesn't know.
Just if we would have to figure it out.
Alright, and we'll just hang out here on the transporter pad and wait for you.
I'll get there ASAP. Just arguing with my computer based on my passwords, so...
Oh, that's
Didn't
right, I
let me-
forgot
let-
Yuna's an engineer. Engineers are awesome! We're such bosses. Nothing can kill us.
Oh, I can. It can be killed.
I got some anti-proton device that says the 90% bleed through to your shields is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Keep them shields up, I don't care. Them torpedoes still go through.
There's Duncan Boyd.
I learned that from handling the Voth and the Iconians, that anything that bleeds through shields is good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus, when you're a Klingon, a Bat'leth does a hell of a lot more than, oh look, the Borg is recalibrating and you need to recalibrate your weapon. Not with a Bat'leth, you don't.
I forgot these guys just dance randomly if you summon them on ESD.
What are they?
Funny.
They're it's an epic item called the Shard of Possibilities. It can confuse up to 10
Sounds
targets.
like a cute thing.
It's pretty cool. I got it from a special event. It hasn't been run in a while, but it can confuse up to 10 targets in a 15-foot radius for 5 seconds, and it opens 2 level 61 quantum shadows for 60 seconds. And they have whatever I have. So like if I want to use it, for example, with a lot of firepower, here's McFly. I might use my pulse wave rifle and then summon it, so they'll both be firing pulse waves, and then I'll like switch back to my battle rifle. All right, so this is everybody, right? Anybody?
I guess so.
I'll be there eventually.
Yeah.
I'm
Keep
dilithium
going
mining, keep going.
Alright, wait, who are we missing? I know Crom's dilithium mining.
Z's fighting with his computer.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
Keep talking because I know the basics rough.
Alright, in that case, we'll go ahead and just start. Obviously, you guys have already started, so you're already fairly familiar with the game, so I'm just going to skip all the basic tutorial stuff and jump into stuff that's not covered real well. First off, let's look at the duty officers. One thing I'll point out about the duty officers is that if you have trouble, like if you get new ones and you have trouble viewing the new ones you just got, you can go to roster and click request more, and it'll take you to a new screen where you can buy them, but it'll also show all the new ones you just gained. Does that make sense? Better question yet, does everybody have duty officers unlocked? I should have asked.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What level
You've
is it
got
again that you get
characters
them?
that do.
10.
Yeah, level 10.
And 10 and
Okay.
forward.
Yeah. So
Duty officers is a whole
How do you
can of
request
worms.
yeah, well, once you get the hang of them though, they're not so bad. One thing I will say is that if you open it up and you go to assignments and you go to current map, it generally has assignments specific to the map you're on. Personal has assignments that are special that only you or certain duty officers can perform. And that's also where you can find your what I call performance buffs. For example, combat psychological training. I literally just clicked on it. I'll get a buff to my willpower, or maybe it was threat generation, whichever it is. If you actually click on my character, I clicked the wrong character. There, and you look at the name. Underneath it, it has the little 3 tabs. If you highlight them, one says Tactical Readiness Network. That's because of the equipment I have on. The other 2 say Assignment Buff. Those are actually duty officer assignments I completed and got a critical success, and it buffed me by whatever it says. So I have plus 25 to my stealth for my starship and plus 25 to my starship shield emitters. And so to do that, you just look at personal shields and just click on different ones and see what it says. The ones that give you buffs, when you click view details, are going to have in green, it'll say something like, a critical success will grant a buff to your, and then it describes the buff. So those are really good to go after because they give you a passive buff that can help you on missions. Also, duty officers are a very good way to grind dilithium, especially under engineering. If you go to department heads and click engineering, there'll be oftentimes like dilithium mining or something like that, which is worth 50 dilithium. A critical success will put you to 250. There's also a special one that automatically gives you 250. A critical success there gives you 1,000 dilithium. So, and then there's a whole bunch of others. Tactical has a lot of good dilithium missions. The basic idea being that you can really grind a lot of dilithium, a surprising amount actually, with duty officers. I usually get close to 1,000 dilithium, give or take, each time I get all 20 of my duty officer assignments pulled in. So just 2 things about them that are the most useful, I think, once you've completely leveled them, is 1, you get passive bonuses for certain missions. 2, you can grind a lot of dilithium for other missions.
Okay, I won't be there tonight.
Uh-oh, sorry Z.
No, it's not you're doing it. Said, even though I changed my password, everything else, it said, oh, sorry, you've used your password too many times, so you're done for the day.
Oh,
Literally,
no.
I'm banned for the day, so.
Whoa,
I'm sorry,
what?
Z.
I
Off
don't know,
your computer or your account?
know the account, so I can't log in.
It's something Cryptic's done. It's a safety network. If your password or an attempt on your account's made X amount of times, even if the password at the last time is correct, it blocks you out just so that there's nobody stealing your account.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Usually you can like, yeah, usually you can call in on that. I think Star Wars had the same thing a while back. I got locked out once. And
It
I was
did.
able to call in.
It did. It still does. But
lost
the
my
thing
head.
is, these guys' arc is a little different. So.
So really? Okay.
I mean, I went and changed it, and it went, okay, no problem. And then when I went to put in my info, it went, no, I'm sorry, no.
That's
Blocked out. I'm like,
frustrating.
no, screw off. So, no big. I'll just, you know, try it within 24 hours / tomorrow, and if that goes, that's okay. I'll just do other things. That's the reason I have multi-games on a computer. What reason?
Yep. Alrighty. Well,
My HUD's jacked up.
also
You do.
under
I tried alt tabbing and then just my HUD's gone.
yeah, recently
Yeah,
there's been
nothing
some
like that.
problems with alt tabbing out of STO. Didn't used to be that way, but lately I've
It
been
used to
having
work perfectly fine. Now it doesn't anymore.
yeah, I've been having issues with it. I think something in the most recent update, game build, whatever. Also under duty officers, if you go to department heads, you can change your officers. So like, you can go to first officer, and there's a drop-down box, and you can choose the bridge officer that you want to serve in that role. It doesn't really do anything. It's more just for cosmetic or personal, like vanity stuff. And I just chose different names. That's not stuff they really put in the tutorial, but it's there. For those who have the Admiralty system unlocked, does anybody have that yet?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not yet.
What exactly
Working
is
on
I'm
that?
a rear admiral.
Basically, the
No.
Admiralty system is like duty officers, but for your ships. Every ship you have, you can send out from you to go do missions and come back. After each mission, it has to go through so much maintenance. So I just collected a couple missions, and 5 of my ships are in maintenance. One of my escorts will be done in 4 minutes, another's going to be done in 17 hours. Sending ships out on mission does not prevent you from using them in game. So like, my personal ship that I have selected right now is an exploration cruiser. Well, it's actually in maintenance for 17 hours and 4 minutes, but I can still fly it and use it, no problem, there's no penalty. So for those that have the Admiralty system, don't be afraid to use your ships. It's not going to hurt them, it's not going to hurt you. Now there is a caveat to that. As you play the Admiralty system, you can earn new ships, but you don't earn them for owning. You earn them as like a single use card for the Admiralty system. For example, I first saw that with my Gorn character, and I got 2 tier 6 ships. Oh my gosh, I was excited. I was like, this is so cool. I got 2 more tier 6 ships. Oh my gosh, this is cool. I mean, I was like kicking out free ships. Well, then I learned later that it was actually a single use card only for use in the Admiralty system, but I didn't actually have them. Like, I couldn't go to the space dock and select them and then put guns on them and go fly them. I felt so disappointed. But those, like I said, are single use, so if you're going to use them, make sure you pick like a tough mission to use them on, because generally speaking, those ships are very powerful. So you don't want to waste them on a weak mission. That's all I'll say on Admiralty, because it's new, and even though
We still don't really know.
yeah, a lot of
And
people don't
everything
have it
else.
unlocked yet. Last tab on that whole thing is the R&D tab. Excuse me, sorry, I'm drinking some water. For those that used to do R&D, like at Memory Alpha and all that, this R&D tab replaces the Memory Alpha research and development and the crafting system. Okay. All of your crafting materials have also been changed. Any crafting materials you have in your bank or in your inventory are no longer useful. You cannot use them for anything. But they're worth something. Don't just discard them or delete them. You can go into your inventory or your bank account, and I had to learn all this the hard way. There's no tutorial on it. And you can, I think if I remember right, you can right click on them, and it'll say convert or something like that. And just follow the on-screen prompts, and you can convert all of your old materials to the new materials. Now, if I recall, it's random. So like if I had a methagenic particle, I can't convert it to, say, substance A. If I have 20 methagenic particles, it'll convert to substances A, B, C, and D, and it'll do so randomly. I'll get different amounts. But
To tag on to that,
Go
if
for
you
it.
have a large surplus amount of those old crafting materials, drag them all to your inventory and right-click on one of them to convert. It'll convert every single one of them in your inventory, so you don't have to keep going. Click on the next one, convert. Click on the next one, convert. It'll give you a big drop-down menu of what to do, and then you just go right over. Drag your little slider across. So say if you have 200 of, of this particular compound A, when you drag it over, it'll convert it all for those 200, and then it'll give you a little drop-down tab of what it all broke it down into.
So I didn't know you could do that. I did it little tab by little tab in the bank. It took me forever. I had a bank that was slap full of stuff.
Took me 20 minutes.
It took me about 30 or so. But yeah, once you do all that, in fact, if you open your inventory, hit I, your inventory has all your gear in it. There's a new tab there in the middle that says R&D. Click on that, and once you actually convert everything, it'll show up there in your R&D tab. It's the second inventory for R&D only. So your R&D no longer has to take up bank space or inventory space. Now during a mission, if you like scan something and you harvest it, it's going to show up in your inventory. But you can go to your bank or something else like that, switch it to the bank. What I do after each mission like that is I put all my R&D stuff into the bank. I switch to my R&D tab in my inventory, and then I move it all back over to the R&D tab. And I've maybe filled 1/3 of my R&D tab. I don't anticipate ever filling it up. That's pretty much R&D. So you'll actually queue up assignments with your duty officers. So like I'm looking at engineering right now, for example. Let's look at ground weapons first. So I'm looking at ground weapons. Oh shoot, I can't make that. I thought I could. Well, that's going to complicate things a little bit. Let's see. Alright, I'm looking at a basic ground gear tech upgrade. To make that, I have to assign a duty officer, and I have to make sure I have the costs covered. For the ground gear tech upgrade, I need 2,500 energy credits. I need 1 industrial replicator supplies. I need 1 focusing lens. I don't have a focusing lens, so I can click on it and it'll take me to the focusing lens crafting screen. And so I've got a duty officer selected, and it shows the cost. It's 2 hydrazine gases, 3 magnesites, and then I can also put special boosters on it if I want, which I'm not going to do because it's just a focusing lens and not a finalized thing. You can also move the slider to decide how many of these things I'm going to build. 5 of them takes 25 seconds. Boom! I'm crafting 25 of them as we speak. And that's crafting now. So you have to have duty officers to do it. They have to be special duty officers, generally speaking, and you have to have all the ingredients necessary. It's a little simpler in some ways in that the ingredients are fewer. You don't have to like, jump through hoops for certain things, but at the same time it's more complicated because even though you have to gather fewer ingredients, you have to craft or construct more ingredients, like the focusing lens, for example, just so you can turn around and build the stuff you want to build. So I would recommend that you not craft until you have a very good bank. I'm sorry, not bank. Well, yeah, bank of materials, but also not until you've actually leveled your crafting up. So for example, everything except ground weapons is at a level 10 for me right now because I spent time leveling those projects. If you click on one, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it says Research Project, Engineering Technology. That's worth a lot of XP for engineering. And so what I do is I just pretty much run just those. And what it does is it basically improves, excuse me, I think that's right. Yeah, Research Project, Beam Technology, for example. What it does, it gives a whole bunch of bonus research XP, which lets you level up that particular skill very quickly. And then your stuff's going to be, you're going to have better crafting results, you're going to have access to better crafting crafting outcomes, what am I trying to say, gear and such. And so anything you do before that is going to be less efficient. So in the meantime, for anybody that wants to craft, just focus on getting your crafting tiers leveled up to their max, crafting disciplines, what I'm trying to say, leveled up to their max level, so that you can make the most out of them and don't waste your resources. On I think that's it for the duty officer stuff. Does anybody have questions on that?
No, really.
Okay.
I can add a little something.
Go for it.
How many of you guys have gotten into your daily dilithium mining at the asteroid yet?
I mess with it some, but I don't really understand it very well.
I haven't done it yet.
The daily dilithium mine, there's an asteroid out in the Alpha sector. It's in the Bajor sector, and basically it lets you mine dilithium for a day. It's a little mini game. You do it 5 times. The only reason why I bring it up is because when each time you complete with the mini game, it gives you some crafting materials with some dilithium ore. So it's also another free way to pick up some crafting materials. Yeah, it gives you some crafting materials each time you finish a mining node.
Very good. Well, I was also going to add, if you're looking at duty officers on the overview, on the right side it says Commendation, R&D School, and Campaign. The commendations, you can click on them and it tells you what happens for each rank. Basically that means you get special XP for the different duty officer assignments, and as you level up you get special things. So like for Diplomatic, you get a title for each level, and then also you can see that like for rank 1 you get a single green quality duty officer, rank 2 you get a green duty officer, rank 3 you get a transwarp ability. So these are worth chasing because they do give you good things in the long run. So like right now everything is rank 4 for me except for Colonial, Trade, and Recruitment. So those are the 3 I'm working on the most. When I get rank 4 for Recruitment, I'll get a single purple quality duty officer. That's pretty cool. And then R&D School's the same. No, not quite. You can't click on it. It just shows the progress bar. Never mind. Campaign, you can click on that. Yeah, that's for those who have the Admiralty system unlocked, and it'll show you how far along you are and what rewards. So that really sums up duty officers.
How do you unlock that?
You have to be level 50.
Yeah.
It's if you click on the top bar for your XP, it'll show you where.
Okay.
I thought it was level 50.
52.
I am 50
52
actually. Oh,
is
52.
fleet support. Yeah, I don't see it. I guess it is 52. Yeah, there's Fenrir. But the only other thing I'll say about duty officers is you can pick up special missions. So like, follow me real quick. We're gonna run off over here. So at certain places there'll be special characters you can meet. Security officers are like the most important because they have a turnover contraband mission. If you have 5 contraband, you can do this mission. It gives 2,000 dilithium. It's a great dilithium mining mission for duty officers.
Sweet.
It's very nice. And so other places you go, you'll have the same chances to have special character missions and whatnot.
I have too many missions going already.
Yeah, so do I. The good news is you can do it daily, so if you miss it one day, you can catch it the next. So what
She's
I
not
generally
even letting me talk to her.
you might have to move your character around a little bit. Some of the cues are a little wonky. Also, if you go inside your ship, like visit the bridge or whatever, you can go to your turbo lift in your spaceship, and you can go to like crew quarters, engineering, and whatnot. And there's special missions in those areas that are only available if you actually go inside your ship. For those who didn't know that. For example, in engineering science, there's a whole triple breeding mini game that you can do with duty officers that has pretty nice rewards. And you can also have duty officers build consumables for you. And there's special missions you can do, like not Klingon Opera, Shakespeare. And in fact, if you do the Shakespeare one, which is ironically in engineering under operations, you can actually get a very rare purple duty officer who's a holographic Shakespeare. And he's pretty valuable officer. So I mean, just explore a little bit and kick around on that. Very useful. And I think that really does sum up everything about duty officers at this point. The next thing I'm going to talk about is fleets. If you're looking at the top right corner of your screen, the minimap, in the bottom right corner of the minimap, there's a little thing that has like a triple arrow. That's your fleet. If you click on that, it opens up to the rack. That's our fleet right now. We have a fleet for the Federation. We have a fleet for the KDF. They are separate fleets. They are not the same. So this is for everybody that's in the Federation, and it's a Tier 2 starbase left over from my old fleet group I used to be in. Everybody left it except me, and I claimed it as abandoned property and renamed it for the Brethren. You can click it, the rack is the default display, but you can click the arrows to the left and right to move through, and that will show you the different things. So the rack is our starbase, Asteroid Base is our dilithium mine, Kerm's Lament is our embassy, Dark Star is our research lab, New Horizons our spire. Each one of these things has different benefits. So like if we go back to the starbase and click view starbase, it shows all these different projects we can do. The projects give XP. You can see the 4 different bars. The big bars like the overall starbase progress. The individual bars represent military, engineering, and science. As they fill up, good things happen. So like right now we're working on our Tier 2 industrial fabricator. That's going to unlock special abilities. You can actually click on it and see what it unlocks. It's going to unlock major starship repair at our base, and it's going to unlock special boosts, assets, and fleet gear. Fleet gear is basically like specially upgraded versions of normal game gear. You have to purchase it with fleet marks that you earn by contributing to the starbase. Each one of our fleet holdings does this sort of thing. So for the starbase, is primarily military in nature. As we level our starbase, excuse me. As we level our starbase, we will get basically access to better ships, better weapons, better gear, all of it geared toward combat, better consumables, etc., etc. If we go to the Spire is going to give us primarily like engines and space gear. It's also going to give us some of its own consumables and such. It's like a minor version of the starbase. In fact, if I click Tier 3, what it does, it gives us special ships that the starbase doesn't give us, so like the Archif Tactical Carrier Warbird Retrofit, whatever that is. And the same thing, but in a Tier 6. So all these things are only accessible if we contribute to the fleets. Research lab, same basic deal. In fact, if we complete Tier 3, it actually gives our starships an extra trait slot, which is kind of cool. It also gives us a fleet-wide project that can give us weekly buffs to the whole fleet. That's pretty powerful. The embassy is kind of more just for like roleplay, I think. I'm looking at it and I'm not seeing anything that really excites me. You can get some special consumables from the looks of things. The embassy is more like for fun rather than for any real benefit, so that's one reason why we don't have anything selected for projects on it, is because it doesn't give any real benefits. The dilithium mine is very important. If we fully unlock it, it'll give us 15% off at the dilithium stores. So it's and it also gives us special super rich dilithium missions for grinding dilithium, which is really nice. So by and large, these will give us special bonuses. It takes a long time to level them up, especially for a small fleet, but it's very rewarding in the long run. So it's all there. We're not going to require people to like contribute regularly, and we're not going to beat people over the head because the Brethren is a casual unit, obviously. So just do what you want to do, have fun with the game. If you feel like contributing, it's there. I personally and Crom as well are contributing a lot to these to try to move them along, and we've made a lot of progress, the two of us. Any help would be appreciated, but like I said, it's not something that's required. It's just there. If you want to buy stuff from the fleet, you can currently go to the starbase. Since it is Tier 2, it does have stuff unlocked, and it's over near starbase K7. You should be able to transwarp to it, I think. And you can go to the starbase, go inside of it, and go to the different floors on the turbo lift, and actually go to the stores there and purchase stuff. We have a lot of provisioning for it already. We've got 15 military provisions, 20 operational assets, and it's all listed under provisions. And you can go buy that stuff for use when you need it. Also, if we go over here to the bank,
Well, Nightmare's in transition here, guys. If everybody does contribute to the fleet, you'll gain fleet credits, and those are actually really what help you buy your fleet ships that will unlock as we go. So it's in your best interest to kind of help out, and it doesn't even need to be like filling an entire bar. If you can toss, 10 here, 10 there, and you'll build up your fleet credits, you'll gain something worthwhile towards the end.
Yeah. So, like, for example, looking at the projects, I mean, one of them might say we need 250 shield generators. Each shield generator is probably going to cost 1 fleet point. So if you contribute 250, you get 250 points. And different things have different point values depending on how special or rare or costly the thing is that you're contributing. But yeah, actually, to Crom's point, you do actually, I forgot, you do have to have fleet marks to purchase anything from the fleet stores. Now we can go to the bank and we can look at the fleet bank as well. We have 3 repositories. Repository 1 is the general use repository. I've got permissions set up so that people can deposit into it or withdraw from it, both items and energy credits. This is open for use for whoever needs it. Just obviously keep in mind that, like, if you realize you're pulling a whole bunch of stuff out and nobody else really is, maybe back off, give other people a chance to pull from it, If you have extra gear you don't want and you're going to sell it, maybe think about tossing it in here for other folks who may need it, kind of a thing. And that's really all it is. It's just a resource for folks to help get their feet under them. Repository 2 is, I can't remember if it's open or what, I got to look at that. Wait, permissions are right here, let's look. So yeah, a Brethren member, I think everybody's Brethren right now, can draw 3 things out of it currently.
I can't see 2 or 3.
Beg pardon?
Said I can't see what's in 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3 are both empty, there's nothing in them.
Okay.
Repository 1 is the only thing that's got stuff in it. So currently anybody can deposit or withdraw from Repository 1. There's a withdrawal limit of 50,000 credits. For the cabin boy, and it goes up for different members. So like the Brethren can withdraw 100,000, even though we've only got 85,000 in it. And then they can withdraw up to 3 things. So it varies. Repository 2 is not open to anybody, except apparently 3 people. Not even the High Captain. That's weird. I have to go back and fix that. And then Repository 3 is pretty much just officers, just like the officers use. Only the Captain, High Captain have access to it. That's all left over from the previous fleet. I tweaked Repository 1, but since we don't have enough for the other 2, I haven't touched the other repositories yet. I'll have to do some admin work on those later. So basically, those are just there as a resource. And that's pretty much it. If you open the fleet window again, you can go to roster, and that'll show everybody in the fleet who's online. You can click a tab at the bottom that shows all the offline players. So if you want to know if anybody else is out there, or send them invites or whatever, you can, like friend invites. But really, you're probably just going to be interested in who's online so you can see who's there so you can team up with them. The Armada thing we're not touching for a while. It's brand new, and it basically means that you can team up with other fleets. And it's complicated, and so we're not going to touch that since we're just casual and we're still working on our fleet stuff anyways. The last thing I'm going to talk about before we go into the combat, hit U to pull up your character screen, and we're going to go over that a little bit because the tutorial mentions stuff but it kind of glosses over it. If you go all the way to the right under reputation, for those of you that have it unlocked, you can take out special projects there. What that basically means is that you can, for example, I'm looking at Task Force Omega and I have a project selected, Mako Impulse Engine Mark 12. I can, similar to the Starbase, contribute resources to this, and when it fills up, I'll get a unique item. And you can do that for all of them. What I would recommend is instead of spending resources. Oh, who'd we lose?
Looks like Z's gone.
Okay. Instead of spending resources on these special projects, what I would do is I would select special things. So like, looking at the Task Force Omega still, file situation report on status of the Borg threat daily. It's basically a daily mission. It costs 30 of your marks, that's the currency, 15,000 energy credits, and 2,000 experience points basically. It rewards you with 2,500 special task force reputation marks, which is basically like XP for that specific thing. it also gives you 340 dilithium and a special equipment requisition, which for me today was an anti-Borg, anti-proton compression pistol Mark 11. So you basically get special gear, 340 dilithium, and XP for that particular reputation. And what I would do is I would just keep doing that till you hit tier 5. Once you hit tier 5, you've unlocked everything. So for example, the Mako Impulse Engine Mark 12 that I've already got going, if I waited till Mark 5, I could probably get the Mark 13 instead. Does that make sense? So by not waiting, by jumping the gun, I'm buying something sooner, which is great, but I'm going to have to turn around and spend additional resources later to upgrade it, which we'll cover the upgrade system in a moment. So it's just better to wait on that until, like I said, you've got it completely maxed out, completely unlocked, and then you can go in and do everything one time. Also, as you go up and you level up your bar, if you look at the status for those that have it unlocked, you can see that you earn special traits. So like tier 1 for Omega, I can earn medical nanites that regenerate 12.7 hit points. As those unlock, I can go to traits, and you have all your traits available. You have personal, starship, space, ground, active, and other. And you can choose which traits you want by selecting and deselecting them. And which is pretty cool stuff. Starship is based on your starship itself or on your specializations, which we'll cover also. And space and ground are based on what you unlock through the reputation system. Any questions on that so far? It's a lot of stuff.
Yes, there is. I didn't even know the traits menu existed.
It's a lot of stuff. It becomes intuitive as you use it, but it's a lot of stuff up front. Specializations. Yeah, skills have been around for a while. Basically, as you earn XP, you can go spend it to level your skills. It's just like any other game, really. No changes in that. Specializations is new. Once you hit level 51, I think, you open the specializations panel, and every time you level up after that, even up past level 60, your little bar will still fill up. And every time that happens, you get a specialization point, and you can go spend it on these special abilities. And so, for example, I spent a lot of specialization points on pilot for myself, and I unlocked a new ability called Rock and Roll, which makes me immune to incoming damage, increases my flight speed, and lets me do a really neat loop-de-loop with my ship. And specializations are very powerful over time. As you level them up, they become more and more powerful. And that's pretty much it for all of that. Like I said, it's a lot. I'm gonna put this video on YouTube so you guys can review it later. Again, this isn't so much to give you the basic tutorial because that covers most everything. This is just to give you a little bit more advanced details in a quick fashion, because you can spend like forever on each one of these individual things, and that way you guys have a better idea of all the stuff that's changed, and like I said, can review the video when you need to, and then also hit me up with other questions as you come up with new ones. The last thing I'll hit before we go to combat is the upgrade system. So if you look at your inventory at the very bottom left corner, it says upgrade. Everybody should be able to access this, I think. I don't recall it being locked to a particular level. And you get 3 upgrade slots. And
I don't see upgrade, but I can click on something and it does say I can upgrade the item.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see upgrade as being something you have to unlock. I don't know. You should be able to access it. But if you, for those who can pull up the upgrade screen, it has 3 different available upgrade slots. And then it has like these 4 boxes. This took me a little bit to figure out because it didn't have a very good tutorial for it, and it's not real intuitive initially. But where it says item to upgrade, if you click it, it pulls up a list of everything you've got in your inventory. Now basically you can only upgrade ground items if you're on the ground, you can only upgrade space items if you're in space, or if it's all in your inventory. So like I can upgrade a refracting Tetrion turret even though I'm not in space because that's in my inventory. I can only upgrade what I have equipped on my character if I'm on the ground. I can only upgrade what I have equipped on my spaceship if I'm in space. Does that make sense?
Silly, but yes.
Okay. So I can pick an item. For example, I'm picking my Mako Phaser Battle Rifle. and boom, it says item to upgrade is the Mako Phaser Battle Rifle Mark 10, and then it says the result is the same thing but with a Mark 11. I'm basically raising it one tier. In the middle it says tech upgrade. I can click that. I don't have any tech upgrades, which is why it won't let me upgrade it currently. You have to have a tech upgrade. And those come in like small, medium, and large, and it basically, if you look below it where it says technology points, I need 42,518 technology points to upgrade this rifle. I think the small one has 2,500 points. So basically it's a cost. You have to go and you have to spend not C-bills. You have to go spend energy credits and buy a bunch of these tech upgrades and then come select them, and then you just hit apply upgrade. It costs you dilithium every time, so it's kind of expensive to upgrade. That's why I'm saying if you're going to do the reputation system, wait till you max it out and then go buy your stuff so you don't have to turn around and spend a lot upgrading all your tech. Also, you can get accelerators, and what the accelerators do is if you look at the very bottom where it says chance of improvement to ultra rare or whatever else it says for your stuff that you may have selected, the accelerators increase the chance of getting a critical success, which will increase the overall rarity. The more rare something is, the harder it is to get an improvement. So I generally don't worry with that unless it's like a common or an uncommon. If it's rare or higher, I don't worry with that. But that's basically kind of like crafting, but it's upgrading instead. So they kind of took crafting, they split it into R&D and upgrading. And that covers it for all the like intro stuff. Does anybody have questions on all that?
I just put my Steam or my stream up. I'm gonna post my Twitch TV. I'm on my Romulans or my Klingon side, and I'll let you guys take a look through my inventory. If you guys want to see something, just let me know and I'll go to it, because it's a level 60 character. Everything's unlocked. Okay. So if there's any questions about what Nightmare went over and you're missing, let me know and I'll go through it as quick as I can.
Good idea. And the one I'm using is also level 60, so in the video you'll be able to see everything that I was doing and as I'm talking about it. So good idea, Crom. One thing I will say is kits did change. I'm looking at one right now on my character. Used to you had these kits, so like in my inventory I have a Mark 9 bunker fabrication, and it makes a force field dome, a medical generator, a turret, and a shield generator, which I thought was like the best thing ever, even though it was just a Mark 9. Well, now kits come as like a little fanny pack looking thing, and they have slots, and you can mix and match what you want to go in the slots. So it's a little more customizable now. It's kind of cool. I initially didn't like it, but I've grown to like it. One other thing I'll say about equipment is like if you highlight stuff like my Mako, down toward the bottom it'll say part of set Starfleet Elite Force. A lot of equipment will have like a 3 to 5 piece set. Some of them as small as 2, but generally 3 to 5 is average. And if you get all the pieces of equipment and put it on your character or your ship, it gives you special unlocks. So like, because I have all 3 pieces of this equipment, I get an emergency shield capacitor ability, which means that when my shields drop, I can click it, and it gives me 1,034.5 shield regeneration over 5 seconds. So it pretty much restores all my shields. It also reduces damage to shields by 18% for 30 seconds. And it protects against all teleport effects for 6 seconds, so it's pretty powerful. I also get something called Tactical Readiness Network and Integral Frequency Remodulation. Integral. Whatever. It basically means I can remodulate my weapons to overcome Borg adaptation pretty quickly. And the Tactical Readiness gives me some passive buffs. So as you go and you're collecting equipment, keep an eye out for those things so you can start collecting the set and get the full bonus. And with that, I think we're ready to do combat. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sure.
It's been a while since I did PvP, so I'm going to have to try to remember how to do this. Here we go. Let's see how much PvP has changed since I did it last.
If nobody needs my stream, I'll hop back over.
Alright,
I can have a hard time alt-tabbing.
Duncan, McFly, invite all 3 of you. Yuna, Talavera, I don't see Yuna. Oh, you probably don't have PvP unlocked yet, Yuna. Heavy Metal Queen.
I could get on my level 52 and
go
invited.
Go ahead and do that, and I'll send you an invite.
Send that invite again there. Nightmare, I think it actually sent the invite to my Klingon.
Yeah, that's okay if it did. I don't see you now. You disappeared.
It's coming back on.
Okay. What's your Klingon?
You sent an invite to him. He's on your friends list there.
There you are. You just appeared.
Ground stuff.
And we'll just wait for Queen to get back in.
Is it unlocked for level 33 as well?
Should be.
Okay, I'm gonna get on my Romulan.
This one, ship or ground?
Faction.
Good question, Crom. This is ground. Deserted facility, I think. I think that's ground. It doesn't really say. I believe this is a ground. We'll do both. I'll start with ground.
Apparently I couldn't investigate that feud. It was a very rare and it didn't work.
Oh. Sorry about that.
That happens.
Did you make it back in yet, Queen?
I'm getting to the Earth space dock.
Okay, no worries. I forgot I have to send each individual character its invite. Shoot. That's why she's not showing up.
Not sure.
We're still in the same place. We haven't moved. We're
Which instance is it?
Instance 27. I need to get a retrain token for this guy. I was still learning how to play the game as I leveled him up and got all the skills, and half my skills are wasted.
How odd, I cannot go.
Is it full?
There's only 12 players there and I can't get on.
It's weird. Try changing to another one and see if it'll let you change. Maybe you can shock it.
A little something for when you guys go to get your Admiralty unlocked. Every day they're going to give you a first successful assignment. It will give you a benefit. So try and make your first Admiralty assignment on either the United Federation front or the Klingon Empire, something that's going to be 90% or above on succeeding. It'll give you a huge boost in experience and it'll give you a bonus to what you're going to do.
Yeah, I didn't know that, so I kind of wasted my Admiralty thing on every single one of my characters.
Yeah, also, when you're doing these particular Admiralities, every once in a while you're going to see one that comes up with a box saying 2 special items. Those are the really good ones to go hunt down because they can be either a ground weapon, a ship weapon, armor, shields. It's usually something really nice to go along with what you're doing.
It might be a one-off ship. I just got a long-range science vessel, tier 6, as a one-off.
Yeah, so try and knock those out if you can.
You able to get in yet, Queen? Will it let you in?
Yeah, I'm looking around, trying to figure out where we went.
Or we'll just come over to you if you're at the transporter pad.
Oh no, never mind. I see you guys leaving.
Oh, okay. We're coming back to you now. There you are. Alrighty. Let me send you a friend invite.
Oh, I thought you were getting on Sora.
Invite the challenge match.
A Vulcan pirate.
Also,
Makes
you can
sense.
walk up and like right-click on people, and you can trade and stuff like that.
New PV.
All right, so I'm
Okay.
gonna put There we go. All right. Crom and I are both pretty powerful.
I don't think you've invited me to the fleet yet.
Oh yeah, I gotta send you the fleet invite. I invited you to the challenge, and I forgot to send you the fleet invite. Boom, there we go. Alrighty, so we're going to start loading map. Okay, start. Used to, you just had to like do this and it would launch. It's taking a while. I seem to remember being a whole lot faster last time. There we go. Starting. We need everybody to ready up.
How do you ready?
I hope we got everybody. I didn't even see the option to ready up. It just said can't start because not everybody's ready. Yeah, there's everybody. Okay. So you three just stay there and we'll come over to you. Okay. So when I first started the game, I was just running around shooting stuff, and that was pretty much it. I didn't realize it, even though it kind of mentioned it, but there's a special system called Expose and Exploit. Okay, so the gun you see me carrying right now is my phaser battle rifle. If I look down where it says 1, 2, 3, those are my attacks. Button 1 is your standard fire for whatever you have. For me, it's a beam setting. It does 72.2 phaser damage with one shot. Then it has special effects that it has. It's a standard shot, nothing fancy. Button 2 is special. It's my sniper shot. It deals massive damage with a single shot and does a lot of special abilities. At the top left corner of it, it says exploit attack. Do you guys see stuff like that on yours?
Yeah, exploit.
I couldn't hear you well.
I said yes.
Okay, it'll say expose or exploit depending on what you have. Switching to my pulse wave, it says expose on its arc wave setting. What this means is that if I expose you guys, so if I hit, I'm gonna shoot, don't shoot back. I just blew him off his feet and exposed him. Do you see that? In the instance he goes off his feet, Crom, do you have an expose or an exploit, Crom?
I have an expose.
Okay. In that case, why don't I switch to an exploit so we can catch this on video. Alright, go ahead and shoot McFly again with your expose. Alright, that's odd. Normally what happens is if you have an expose, if you have an exploit, it'll blink, it'll flash, telling you to use it. Now's the time to use it. Does that make sense? So on the video I'm highlighting it rapidly and it's flashing. But basically that's what it would do. So when Crom shoots McFly and he becomes exposed, I can follow it up with an exploit and it deals massive damage. Now if you've been exposed, like we were demonstrating, getting knocked on your butt or hit with a specific attack, doesn't have to knock you on your butt but still exposes you, any damage you take is increased substantially. So even the standard even my standard beam setting shot is still going to do extra damage to an exposed target. If I hit you with the exploit, it's almost an instant kill. So we're going to demonstrate real quick. McFly, do you mind being our guinea pig again?
I don't know.
Okay.
What do you want? Do you want an expose or an exploit? Because I've got both.
An expose. Don't shoot him just yet though. You see my character change stance? I hit X. What X does is it gives me a 33% damage bonus to my range damage. If I hit C and go into a crouch, now I have a 50% increase to my dodge chance, but a minus 100 damage resistance to melee. So if Navala, Heavy Metal Queen, were to run up and hit me with her falchion, I would take massive damage from her falchion compared to what I normally take. Does that make sense? So right now, and I'll show you by shooting McFly one time. See how much damage you took? 54 damage. I scope in, 78 damage. You see the difference? So whenever you get into a firefight, try to scope in if you can. You lose a lot of your visibility, but it's a good trade-off. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to have Crom expose McFly, and then I'm going to follow up with an exploit. And you guys are going to see the effect. Go ahead and expose him.
Keep firing.
Alright, well that one, he resisted the expose actually. He didn't get knocked back. Try one more time now that his shields are up.
Yeah, I gotta let it recharge her.
Sounds good. That's about the same. We pretty much wiped out all of his shields. You see that? Now, if we were to hit him from, say, the flank, you deal double damage on a flank attack. One more time. Alright, that one he resisted pretty well. The thing with Star Trek is that, unlike MechWarrior Online, where whatever happens, happens, Star Trek is really more RNG based than the MechWarrior, because as you shoot, it's rolling a dice every time you fire. So sometimes you deal critical hits, sometimes you don't. If you deal a critical hit with an expose, if you deal a critical hit with an exploit on top of an expose, often what you'll see is the enemy will just vaporize into thin air. And that's when you know you just really own that poor guy. Anyways, that's pretty much it for ground combat.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Does anybody have questions on ground combat?
No, not really.
Negative.
Okay. If you guys want, we'll shoot each other real quick before we try the next thing.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected. Enemy combatant
Heavy Metal Queen's going crazy with Falchion.
flanking damage detected.
What turret is that you're using?
Ah, that's an overcharged turret. It's
Sweet.
it's specifically out of the Herald box.
Is it a consumable?
No, it's a constant. It's part of my kit. It creates
that
a level
is too
60
cool.
overcharged turret. It deals 236 anti-proton damage, and it knocks targets back
Oh, that
8
is
plus
cool.
feet.
I just bought this Hurricane turret and I'm loving it. I got it from the summer event, Lolinet stuff.
Completely forgot how far you go in this area.
Yeah. We'll do this one or two more times just so folks get a hang of the combat system, and then we'll go to space combat, which is similar. Alright, let's go to the space combat next.
That was... ouch.
Oh.
Well, you're dealing with
tucked-
you're dealing with 2 level 60s, so I mean...
She tucked and rolled right into like 2 exposed
Yeah.
attacks. I'm like, oh,
we can't
no.
end this until we actually kill 15 times? I thought we could
No.
end it early.
Hmm.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
I didn't think there was like a... I thought it max, like, not max, equaled your level in these areas.
Generally it does, but I mean, we still got the tech and the special weapons and goodies, so...
Targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
Oh, shoot. So I just vaporized Heavy Metal Queen. I hit her with a standard attack while she was exposed, and it did extra damage and wiped her out.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
can't remember how to heal in this game, or do I not have that ability?
Oh no, McFly, you got caught!
It depends on your kit. If you're science, which it looks like you are, then you said yes you are?
Yeah, I'm normally medical, but I think it switched something out.
Try highlighting your different abilities to see.
Your dudes fight.
Also, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Your guys fight with you.
No, they spread out. They do. I can't control them. They run around and do their own thing.
But they fight for you.
Yeah, they fight for me. They just vaporize though. Their 60-second timer's up. I'm like, good scrum!
Enemy targets on center.
Wow, you're hitting me through the wall with your gear. That was it. I'll have to make sure I lower the kill count next time. I didn't realize we couldn't abort. So anyways, but yeah, that's the combat system pretty much. So when you're playing against the computer, it'll typically highlight for you. So just make sure you get that expose exploit stuff going. It can really help, especially against powerful opponents. I know with the science, you can hit them with like a tricorder scan, for example. And that will expose them. I have that on my, what have I got that on? It's on my science fed officer. And so I'll expose a powerful enemy with the tricorder scan and then hit him with a powerful exploit attack. It looks like we're missing some people still. I think this guy
How do you
was part of our
leave?
group.
There should be a little button on the map that says leave map.
Yep.
Like on your main screen somewhere.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, don't worry, I had to do the same thing. I'm like, how do I get out of this? So I'm guessing McFly didn't like my gravimetric traps I deployed.
The perfect orbs of death.
He's like, ha! I got him. These two orbs show up. I'm like, oh, you poor bastard.
Well, you do have like 250s and Navala. What's your level?
What's that?
I mean, it was 260s against some guys that didn't have the same level, so it wasn't really a fair fight, to be honest.
Oh, but not like we were really going at this for
Oh, I'm level
bragging rights.
33?
Okay, yeah. To be honest, I was a boss at ground stadiums for a long time, and I could take multiple foes of equal level pretty effectively.
I used to be really good, but I've been out of practice lately, so.
With before they changed everything, back when it was just the bunker system and all, I could throw down like 2 or 3 phaser turrets, 2 or 3 drones. I could heal myself with a hypo spray and would have like 3 medics drop to heal me. And then I could hit my Romulan reinforcements followed by my shard of possibilities, which you saw what that does with the 2 guys, the clones. I would pretty much field a small army on my own with an entire bunker system and like slaughter everything. It was pretty powerful. And it was a lot of fun. Berserks and our friend Warmonger would go nuts trying to kill me. I wasn't that good in space though. Warmonger, I could not drop his shields no matter what. He was extremely powerful. We're still missing Crom.
You have to friend invite me, remember?
Oh, that's right. No, I was showing you. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just start a new PvP then and invite you to the PvP.
Sure.
Challenge. Would you crack Planetoid? We'll drop the kill count to 3 if it'll let me go that low. Nope, minimum's 5. Okay, we'll go 5. We'll invite.
AFK for just a minute.
Okay. We'll
I'll be
invite
AFK
Crom,
too.
Duncan, Fly, Navala. I think that's everybody, right? Yeah, that's everybody. Oh, I got my tier 6 cruiser. It's pretty powerful.
I got the class flight deck carrier.
I was
Cruiser.
gonna run something weaker, you know, just to match levels, but I hate how every time you change ships, you have to go in and reassign everything.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm not doing that. That's too much of a pain. We'll wait for Duncan Boyd to get back. It's hard calling everybody like by their Star Trek names since I'm so used to the MechWarrior names. You know what I mean? And that's not letting me drag Duncan Boyd across. It'll let me drag Crom across. It won't let me drag Duncan Boyd across. I'll just put Crom on the other team. And listen.
I will say.
Go ahead.
Oh. I will say, when I was playing a lot, I was really good at the ground PvP. But space missions, I've never been good at space in anything, any game whatsoever.
Yeah, especially PvP in this one. It's so. Hang on.
I'm back.
Excuse me, sorry guys, I had a really powerful sneeze. Anyways, sending an invite there, Duncan. What I was going to say though, Queen, is in this game the meta is so incredibly powerful. I mean, MechWarrior Online's got nothing on the Star Trek meta. It's just not fun to play PvP in this game once you get to a certain level. Now, as you're leveling your way up, PvP is not really a problem because everybody's kind of in the same boat. They're all going through the leveling ships that you get for free. They're all cobbling together kits and everything from whatever they can get from their we're starting the match now. They're all cobbling together their ships and equipment from whatever they can salvage or scavenge, you know, so it's not really that big an issue. But once you get to level 50 where people start to finalize their gear and they gain access to the reputation system, I mean, once you get to that point, it becomes vicious. And unless you're up on all the metas, you don't stand a chance. So I'm like, I don't need that kind of frustration. So I just go and I play the PvEs, because the PvEs are a lot of fun still, especially the new ones. I think one of my favorites is the Voth Ground Arena right now. Once you hit level 50, you can access it. And it's basically just a giant open arena where all you do is run around and shoot everything that moves. And you get massive rewards for doing it. And it resets every few minutes. It's so cool. Alright, hitting the start button.
Hey, you
I hope I'm not in my runabout.
Uh-oh. Who asked what?
No, I did not check and see what I was in.
I don't know, I was in my runabout a little bit ago.
It's alright.
Oh, man.
You're in your runabout?
Yeah.
We'll just go toward the center of the map and meet up with each other.
I haven't even got this one set up. I'm all another one here. So.
That's okay. Like Crom said earlier, this isn't serious combat. This is just strictly intro.
Just to give you an idea of how to play it.
This is actually the same map that me, Berserks, and Warmonger would use. We could not kill Warmonger, but conversely, he couldn't kill us. Alright, so with ships, it's a little bit different, the exposed exploit system, that is. So you've got shields, and you've got armor and hull. Basically, Duncan's little runabout, so cute. Anyways, while your shields are up, kinetic damage, damage dealt by torpedoes, damage dealt by ramming, kinetic cutting means anything that has a physical or kinetic effect on your ship doesn't really have much of an effect on your ship. Your shields protect you from that. Does that make sense? Now, if your shields drop, then kinetics will deal substantial damage to your ship. So let's say you guys were all wailing on me and my forged shields were completely destroyed. I'm trying to regenerate them and I'm not fast enough to go hit one of my buttons, like rotate shield frequency for example, to buff my shields. And one of you guys slips a high yield torpedo and sends 2 or 3 quantum torpedoes into the front of my ship. I might be at 98-99% from the bleed through from your beam banks, but once those torpedoes hit, all of a sudden I just lost major health. I'm down to 70% or something. Does that make sense? torpedoes are your exploit, whereas beams are kind of your expose in this game. Other things such as, for example, I don't have it on this ship, but tactical officers can get like target subsystems. You target the shield subsystems and take them offline, the guy has no shields. Very powerful attack. Only lasts for a couple seconds, so it requires careful timing. If you expose somebody like that and then exploit it immediately with high yield torpedoes, you can pretty much kill them in one pass.
I actually have an exploit like that. I have a shield subsystems Mark III if you want me to hit somebody with it.
Yeah, go ahead and we'll pick on Navala this time, so we picked on McFly last time, and Duncan's gonna runabout, which is gonna die really easily. Actually, didn't really do anything to her.
It crippled her. She's got crippling fire debuff.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
really?
I see that now.
Where do you
Yeah,
see
it's
that?
listed under your name. It just went away. So, like, click on my ship. Click on my ship.
I
And you
did.
see under my name, it lists several little icons. I have Omega Kinetic Shearing, Assignment Buff, plus 25 Starship Stealth, Shield Frequency Modulation, Strategic Maneuvering, Magnoplasma Relays. Those are all special things that I have as a result of duty officer buffs, equipment on my ship, or special traits I've gained from the reputation system. Also, if you look at the bottom left corner, or bottom of the screen, it shows your ship with your shield health info. Underneath that, it shows the name of your ship, and it shows your crew. The more live crew members you have, the better your ship will function. Does that make sense? Certain weapons, for example the photon torpedo, deal extra damage to the crew. As your crew dies off, your ship doesn't perform as well. So you want to keep your crew healthy. You want to keep your shields up to protect yourself. Your health is the green ship. It'll change color as you take damage, and the percentage will also change. That whole center icon is the well-being of your ship. To the left of it, you have your ship energy levels. There's a little button, looks like three blocks on top of each other. You can click it, and it says 1, 2, 3. Button 1 just shows your basic energy levels, where they're at. Button 2 lets you see them, and you can see where the base energy level is, and then if you have extra energy, it shows how much extra energy you have above and beyond. And you can click icons to like change the balance. Button 3, you can actually manually move the sliders and change it. So like I tend to put everything into firepower and shields. Basically, when you start out, you're balanced. Everything is at 100. As you start playing with the sliders and the stuff, it affects your energy distribution. I push my firepower to 150 on energy, which means I do 1.5 times damage with all of my energy weapons. If I push shields to 200 instead of 100, it means my shields are twice as strong. Does that make sense? Conversely, for everything I boost, I have to decrease something. So by boosting weapons and shields, I've decreased my engines and my auxiliary. So now my ship doesn't maneuver as well, and my auxiliary energy is not very effective. Auxiliary is important because it powers your abilities. If I use emergency power to weapons, the amount of energy that goes to my weapons is influenced by how much auxiliary I have. And the same is true for other ships. Like, where did Crom go? He disappeared.
Up and to your left.
There you are, up there. So Crom is a carrier. How fast his fighters regenerate is dictated by his auxiliary energy level. The higher his auxiliary, the faster his fighters regenerate, the stronger his fighters are. Does that make sense?
Okay, so right now I have a full wave of fighters, but none of you guys have any idea where they are, because I have them nested back inside my bay. That immediately gives them a 200% health and shield regeneration. So if me and Queen were about to get into a firefight, the first thing I'm going to do is pop defensive, and it's going to kind of look like this. And boom, out comes 6 little fighters. Can you guys see them hovering around and behind me?
Aw, 6 fighters, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I can mount 12 with my carrier.
These little buggers hurt. They
Yeah, I bet
are
they do.
level 61 mere fighters. They always target subsystems.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt.
They
They
chew
look like
up
Decepticons.
shields.
Did you click on them and hit extra info? They look like Decepticon heads.
What about the Scorpion fighters on the Romulan ships?
Those are good too.
They tend to go after subsystems, but not all the time, but they do have subsystem bonuses. The only other thing that's different about me is I am a carrier, but I'm also a command cruiser. If you guys notice Nightmare's buffs, he doesn't have anything kind of dealing with shields or anything yellow right now. When I pop a buff, I pop a shield buff. I've got a command buff on him now. He's just gained a command bonus from being within 30 to 50 meters of my ship.
Alrighty, yep. So by changing that, like I just clicked on weapon system efficiency. So now me and Crom have minus 25% weapon power cost. So our weapon power is going to cost 25% less for each thing we fire. Just a couple more things before we finish this up. Obviously, different weapon types have different effects. So like on my ship, I'm running protonic polaron weaponry, which means it's polaron weaponry that has a proton effect and can deal kinetic damage and other such things. The basic weapon types though are like phaser, tetrion, plasma, disruptor, etc. They each have their own effect. So like phaser has the chance to take certain systems offline. Tetrion has the chance to decrease shields and deal double damage to shields or whatever. Anti-proton doesn't have bonus effects. What it has is a significantly higher chance at critical hits. For a long time, and I think it still is actually, the meta has been anti-proton weaponry because it deals a little bit more damage in general, higher damage values, higher DPS, and then it also has the significantly higher critical chance. On top of that, go ahead.
I'm running anti-proton, majority of my weapons. So right now, just my anti-proton turret, it does 172.8 proton damage. It gives me a 6.4 weapon power rating, a minus 6.4 when I fire with other weapons. I have a minus 2.5% accuracy penalty when I inflict a critical hit with crippling fire, but I have a 2% chance to expose target to torpedo exploits, and my torpedo exploits gains me 50 armor penetration. I also have a 2.5% chance to do plus 7% bonus energy damage to self for 2 seconds. And it allows me to stack that up to 3 times, plus all my anti-proton weapons have a plus 20% accuracy.
It's a lot of info. Anyway.
A lot of jargon, meaning the more I hit with my beam weapons, the stronger my torpedoes are going to be when I fire them at a target.
Yep. What else was I going to... Oh yeah, going back to the energy levels, what I was saying. If, for example, your energy level drops, so like, for example, my engines, I have them set at a 30. Because I'm engineering and I've got all these special buffs, my actual power level is at 59, even though it's set at 30. Let's just say it was at 50. Because it's at 50 instead of at 100, my engines are at half power. Does that make sense? What I like about the polaron weaponry I have equipped is that it is a power leech. It drains the power from your ship as I hit you. So your power levels all across the board are draining, which means your weapons inflict less damage, your shields are less strong, which means they go down faster, your engines are less effective, so you're moving slower, and your auxiliary goes down, so your special abilities aren't as effective. I think Polaron is very powerful because of that. Phaser is very powerful because it takes systems offline. I can't explain how aggravating it is to be fighting somebody and have a phaser disable half my systems. It's like, oh, really? So when you're looking at all this, you can put one of every single one of these weapon types on your ship. But the best thing to do is to boat one type. Kind of like in MechWarrior Online, if you boat all lasers, for example, or you boat all ballistics. It's the same concept here. If you're gonna, like for me, if I'm gonna run Polaron, I'm gonna run all Polaron. Because that increases the chance of getting that energy drain against you guys as foes. It also allows my DPS to stack, which means I'm dealing a little extra damage as a result. A little more effective. So it's in a sense a meta. Now I don't have all Polaron because I don't have all Polaron weaponry. I do have a disruptor based turret and some other stuff. But hey, it's whatever I can get I'm putting on here. Eventually it'll all be Polaron. And I think that pretty much covers the combat. Do you guys have any questions? Alrighty. Well,
really wish
to
I had a real ship.
To gain weapons of all the same type, the bonuses are going to come from A, having your fleet unlocked because it'll give you access to those higher weapons, or B, having your crafting up to a high level because you'll be able to craft specific ones that you want, or C, your reputations. A lot of them, when you go through reputations, you know that the Romulans are going to be something... Romulan reputation usually gives you something anti-Borg. the Iconian stuff tends to lean more towards anti-proton or plasma. So once you know what reputation you're working on, you can kind of have an idea of what weapon they're going to give you based on what they're kind of fighting.
Yep. Alrighty, you guys want to fight?
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Okay, we got to do it to end it, so let's go. Oh, I hate check beam repulsors. I do have a kinetic cutting beam on this one, by the way.
Nice.
I love the kinetic cutting beam. What? Multiple prides?
Oh, someone's getting a Vodmore torpedo.
I love rock and roll. I'm gonna use it now. Zoom! That is so cool. Oh, that was a hard hit. You guys can see on the video how I'm using the abilities to keep my energy levels high, as well as to protect myself from incoming damage. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, you typically don't suffer. You don't suffer a lot of the negatives.
We are running cruisers, which are like the hardest things to kill in the game, by the way. Cruisers are basically just giant bulwarks of armor and shields. I'm kind of surprised the match hasn't ended We've only killed 3 of you guys? I think I'm killing a lot of y'all's clones or something. Can't tell which one of you guys are real.
I'm not even doing any damage to anybody.
Yeah, no, either.
Like I said, massive shield buffs with the cruisers. They're very, very powerful. Very hard to kill.
There's the last one.
But yeah, cruisers are like almost impossible to kill. It takes something really powerful to kill them.
I wish I'd have my other ship though. I think I would have at least something.
Yeah, I think you probably would have too.
It's pretty nicely set up, actually, for my level.
But
So are cruisers for just the Starfleet faction, or is there like a?
No, I'm
the
running the
KDF
cruiser and I'm Klingon.
yeah, the KDF have their own version of the cruiser as far as like
Raptors.
faction specific goes. But cruiser is a loose generalization that can be applied to both sides, as well as to the Romulans and any other ships you may get from other factions that are enemies. So like his is what is yours again? Yours is Herald.
Mine's a Herald class flight deck cruiser.
Yeah, Heralds are bad guys. He got that from a drop box, and so it's technically a cruiser, even though it's not Federation, it's not Romulan, and it's not KDF.
Okay.
And I should have mentioned that earlier about the ship classes, but cruisers are basically your solid line. They're your anchor for your fleet. They're the ship that's the hardest to kill. Not necessarily the most powerful. That goes to the escorts. Escorts are extremely powerful. But the cruisers have the most health, the most abilities, the most energy. They are the focal point. Think of it as an assault mech, but instead of having a lot of firepower, it's just like mammoth armor. Okay.
Yeah, just a long tank.
And what I lack in the damage that I output is when I have somebody like Nightmare beside me, he's got a lot of firepower, but his shields aren't as strong. So when I buff his shields with my command ability, he just goes off hot wild with weapons.
You didn't see my shields, did you, Crom?
I know you were floating your shields around a lot.
Oh yeah, I was playing shield abilities, but like my shields like never drop below 98%. I mean, I've got so many shield.
They did what they were supposed to do. They focused the cruiser. The only thing is, I've got this cruiser completely Starship Mastery unlocked. So whenever I receive a shield heal, I gain 46 hit points every second for 5 seconds, and I have an ability which is a console. It's a Universal Energy Gateway controller. I can drop this buff. It gives me a gateway that heals my shields for 231.4 shield regeneration for 30 seconds.
That's cool. Oh, that's where it went. I was trying to figure out. I have a special ability from a special console as well. I was trying to figure out where it disappeared to, and I just realized somehow it ended up back in my inventory. That's where it went. It's a special ability as well. It does like massive physical damage to anything close by my ship, as well as pushes them away.
If you're looking for a better battle cloak, Klingons have a good battle cloak, but the Romulans have a better battle cloak.
Well, I was trying to decide between the Klingon bird of prey and the Raptors, and so far I've been leaning towards the Raptors.
My understanding is the Raptors. Yeah, I wasn't as clear on KDF as I was Federation when I went through, mainly because I hadn't spent as much time. My understanding is that the Raptors are more tactical, whereas the bird of preys.
Yeah, but more general. I liked the Raptors because they had the higher hit points, and they said it was comparable to an escort ship.
Yeah, the Raptor's more like their main combat ship. The bird of prey is more like a raider. It tends to get bonuses, so if you flank a guy, you get to deal extra damage.
Yeah, if you hit the rear shielding, you do plus 5% damage on NPCs and like plus 9% on.
I think the bird of preys are a lot of fun. That's what I run, but I mainly do that because I already did the whole escort thing with the Federation. And I was like, I don't really want to do escort ships again. I want to do something different, so I went with the bird of prey.
Okay. See, I did like the bird of prey. I played all 3 now. I did the battle cruisers too.
When I was early leveling up on this Klingon, like pre-50, everything I was running was Bird of Prey because you get so many chances to strike from the rear that it makes sense. But once you get past 50, a lot of the missions end up being like, oh, it's you versus six other ships. You're like, well, I really can't just cloak at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Because if you cloak and something's still actively targeting you, they can still shoot at you. So now you've lost all your shields because you're cloaked, and they're going straight to hull damage.
Yeah. See, I don't know, the way I played was, I don't know. I kind of like that. I did like the Bird of Prey, and the Battlecruiser was different. It was fun just because of how tanky it was, but I don't know, for some reason it was too slow for me.
The Battlecruiser is like the assault mech, but without that kind of firepower.
Yeah.
Whereas the escorts are like light mechs, but with the firepower of an assault mech.
Yeah.
And then your science ship's somewhere in between. It's like a medium or a heavy, depending.
It really comes down to what you want to play and who you're playing with. Like, if me and Nightmare were going to run some missions, he knows I'm running a command ship. Well, he can now take a ship that's got a lot more firepower and last because he knows I'm going to buff his shields.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm going to provide him bonuses to that sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of stuff, I'm going to head to bed soon, but before I do you guys want to run a mission? I think Queen says she was stuck on one.
I'm okay.
Yeah, she's stuck on a Klingon side one, I think.
Yeah, we can...
Yeah.
Does everybody have a Klingon character?
Yeah.
Log. It's midnight here.
Who needs an invite?
When I load in, what level do I have to be for said mission?
Yeah, I'm switching over to my KDF.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
I'm gonna run
I-
a Gorn. I like my Gorn. Maybe I should run my Klingon. I run my Gorn.
Yeah.
Subsequently, guys, if you can get your hands on them, they do a little bit less damage, but they're a lot better in the sense of you can constantly fire them, is turrets. Turrets have a 360-degree zoom around your ship.
Oh, yeah.
Turrets
So-
are kind of a
Half
two-edged
weapons
sword,
to
though.
be
They
turrets.
deal so much less damage that it's generally not the best idea unless you're running a ship that needs a lot of frontal firepower. Like escorts do really well with turrets, cannons, and heavy cannons. But cruisers don't do so well with turrets because they turn so slow. They tend to be side-on anyways. They tend to do better with beams or standard cannons.
We're
Yeah.
aiming to our ships.
Turrets, though, are a 360-degree arc.
Yep.
Where are we meeting up at?
We'll just meet up in the main sector block if that sounds good.
Disconnected from your channel.
I can't even figure out what mission I was on. It says I'm on Space Chase, but when I hail it says that I'm supposed to go to get this Bora? Or however you pronounce it. Some sort of prisoner.
Okay,
I
on
can't
your
travel or
episodes...
anything.
Oh, I think I know what mission that is.
I don't the name sounds familiar, but I don't recognize it off the top of my head.
It's level 3. Where are we meeting up?
Just go to the main sector block, and what I'll do is I'll create a team, send out invites as soon as I get up
So
there.
Kronos system.
Yeah, Kono system, or whatever the sector block is, just outside of it. I don't remember.
Man, Nightmare, I got enough Lobby crystals to buy a 900-point ship, but none of them I've seen so far really kind of tickle me pink in the I want that now situation.
I know what you mean.
I'm like, I have these crystals, but I don't have anything really worth buying yet. They're all kind of eh.
Yep. What do I have? Oh yeah, that's what I've got. I'm looking to find out what I've got equipped on this guy. Oh, I forgot. That's right.
Man, Nightmare, we need to start doing some missions
yeah,
because
this
I
is
need
a
some
mess.
fleet marks.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've been doing the special event. I'll probably be doing that for the next week as well, while it is ongoing to get all the dilithium. It also has massive fleet marks, by the way. I've been really.
I'm gonna have to start doing that then because I need the fleet. Well, that's what we're hurting with on the Klingon side is the fleet marks.
Yeah, it's it gives you a handful of fleet marks each time, but the payoff is huge amounts of fleet marks at the end, as well as massive amounts of dilithium. So that's why I'm doing that, is mainly so I can get all of that. Let me beam.
Oh, great, because that's what I need. That's what I need. I've got enough dilithium ore to choke this entire fleet.
I'm ready to do some PvE as well. I've been doing a lot by myself, and it's more fun to do it with a team. I've got my Rizian Corvette. Oh, I love that ship. Alright, I'm in the sector block just outside Konos. Beta Quadrant.
Gorath sector?
Yeah, Gorath sector.
I'm pretty sure this. Yeah, I'm Gorath.
There's
I'm in
Ward.
I'm in
Gorath
the
sector
Chronos
number
system.
9.
I'm in number
Where you
8.
is?
Alright, I am
I'm in number 1.
inviting everybody to teams who I can.
I'm Warg.
Yeah, you're right next to me, Ward. Who am I missing?
Yeah.
I'm missing.
We matching
you're
levels?
missing me.
Yeah,
what's
you should
someone's
match my
name so I
level.
can add you?
I'm sorry. Say what again?
Can I get an invite?
Yeah, I'm looking for you. What's your handle?
It's either XX Crazy German XX or Marquise of Athlum. I forgot which one I picked for this.
All right, and what's your character's name? No, it might be easier for you to shoot me an invite. Are you in game right now?
Yeah, just got in.
Alright, Nightmare, just like I am in MechWarrior, but without the 1. It's just straight up Nightmare. And then @ and it's Kerdog. Kerrdog, all lowercase.
Okay, say that one more time. Nightmare. Was it
Night-
capital N or does it matter?
Capital N. Nightmare @ Kerdog. Kerrdog, and then the letter J after that. Kerdog J.
Alright, so I got capital Nightmare at Kerdog. Did you say it was a K or was it a C?
Kerdog with a K. Kerr, and then Dog as in dog. And then you have the letter J after that. You know, let me try Alt-tabbing, hopefully it won't crash, and I'll just type it into chat real quick, under other MMOs. I just typed it into chat. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash! Come on, pull back up. Oh, whew, here it comes. Can you see it?
Yep.
Alrighty. And I have a black screen. So my Rizian is basically like a super fast, super powerful escort. It's a glass cannon. Alright, there it is. Accept. Invite to team. Invite to fleet.
What level of weapons are you and Iron using? Like what tier? Tier 5, 6, 7?
Me personally, or who'd you have?
Queen and Iron.
Queen and Iron, okay.
I'm in the starter ship.
Let me see, hold on. 4s and 5s.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is basically the level it's supposed to be on.
And okay, Space Chase is part of the tutorial. It won't let me go and help you on that. You have to do that one on
Mine's
your
all
own.
disruptors.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Sorry, Queen.
I don't know. How do you? Where do you go to do that anyway?
If you look up at your, oh shoot, no. I hate how it does that. Stupid little. Give me 1 second. I hate how if you your thing is not set just right, what it'll do is it'll like minimize. There we go. Apply. So like I went to close it and I accidentally hit minimize instead. And minimize my screen. Oh, that makes me so aggravated. Alright. Top left corner of your screen is your minimap. At the bottom left corner of the minimap there's a button. If you highlight it, it says Hail Klingon Defense Force. Looks like a smartphone with a KDF symbol in it. Click that, and at the top it says Episodes. Click Episodes.
Yeah, I know all that. It's not letting me travel to it.
Okay, it won't let me redo any of these. It'll only let me redo Manhunt and Friend or Foe. That's again because those were like the tutorial missions, so it won't
Okay.
let me go back and help you with those. I'm sorry. Will it let you skip it?
Nope.
Rats.
I need to do keep your enemies closer.
Oh, hey.
Oh. What just happened?
No, I was...
I think she's figured out where she wants to go, and she's bringing a big ass landing party with
Oh,
her.
cool. I'm a science
Oh, what?
person, by the way,
Well, you're not bringing your own drop team. You're bringing us.
Oh,
which is
okay.
way better than a drop team. My
Way
my
better.
Gorn will chomp people.
I have big cannons. I'm good.
I didn't realize that somebody other than team leader could start a mission. I thought only team leader could.
Hmm.
I was trying to figure out how to do it, and I was like, this isn't working.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yeah, I remember this too. Hello,
There's
little
two on,
people.
two anomalies. Yeah, I'm really tempted to. I'm really tempted to remake, like, make a Gorn just because they look so badass.
Oh, wait till you see me bite somebody. I'll run up and I'll be all like, chomp.
Yeah, there's
Well-
a Gorn in front of me.
When I originally made this character, the only option I had was make it a Klingon. There was no Gorn or anything else. It was either, just Klingon. Hey, he's making
the
balloons.
How big can the balloons get?
They can get gigantic, but it's all random. The biggest ones will be like the size of those boxes over there.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, they make ships too. It's not making any big ones right now, unfortunately. Alright,
yeah, it is.
oh, those are like medium sized, trust me. Alright, so lead off, Zarina, we'll follow. Balloons!
Gorn playing with balloons. Now I've seen everything.
It's been so long since I've played Klingon, I have no clue where I'm going.
That's alright. Don't forget you can press V to pull up objectives as well as anomalies and such.
Yeah, I'm totally not grabbing any of those. My R&D page is like full.
Same with me. I wanna bite this one!
Huh?
Chomp!
Holy crap.
I hate it.
Whoa,
Oh, I got killed. I didn't even see the guy
Tab
behind
just
me.
did really weird things. How do you get out of tab?
Tab?
Oh, there we go. Oh, now what?
Oh,
You and I both got flanked by the same guy. He hit us with a wide angle something or other.
So what does this do? Like,
This is a really unhappy sub-commander right now.
It was a bit odd.
Where's everybody?
We're coming.
Okay. If you die, we can recover you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, all
I
you gotta do
forgot.
is just wait it out. We'll grab you.
It's been so long since I ran this guy. I forgot my ability, so I was like, "Where's my heal ability?" I got flanked. I can't find my heal ability.
I thought I had the quest where you were supposed to attack that one ship that is really difficult to beat.
I don't have a heal ability. I thought I did.
No, they reformatted a lot of things when they changed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the
Like,
the hard
Klingon,
ship isn't hard
or-
very much anymore.
Well, I don't. That might be, but I was just talking about the Gorn lost some of their abilities. Vulcans no longer have the death pinch. They have like
Ah,
something else to help them deal with a stun. I'm like, really?
No,
Death
the
Pinch
Vulcans,
is
the
so
Vulcans still have the nerf
original
bench.
though.
No, I just was on my Vulcan earlier today, and I tried to pull it up, and it wasn't. It
It's,
wasn't on my tools.
It's specific now. They decreased the overall amount, but like one of my Vulcan bridge officers still has nerf bench.
No, I was looking for it on my own, and I didn't see it.
But it's also it's a trait now. You have to enable it as a trait.
Oh, see, I may
Yeah,
not have the
I
trade
looked
open because
at
he's like a level 8 Vulcan.
Yeah, see, it's no longer something that I'm just running around. I didn't mean to take point.
That's fine.
There's green circles. That's kind of where I'm headed.
Yeah, same here. It's no longer something that's automatic. You have to enable the trait. I'm following Cromulus, I guess.
I just go into green circles because they keep telling me nothing here, Captain. So I figure we'll get to something.
Oh, we kind of
Bye,
missed one.
guys.
There's one behind us.
Yeah, we're awesome. We just beat up on some dogs.
Targs. If I find somebody else to chomp on, my Gorn is hungry.
Oh, there's some more dogs over here.
Wow.
Where'd you find the doggies? I want to bite
I'm
one.
gonna go grab that green. Oh wait, that last green is probably the one that has the stuff.
Go for it. Save me
Okay.
a doggy! Chomp. Oh, I killed a targ with one bite. That was kind of gross. It was like a
Ugh.
green splash with it. I got targ meat. Boing. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Yes, stop and play with your balloons.
Yeah, I didn't realize it, but my new kit doesn't have any healing abilities in it. It's all
That
attack.
sucks.
Nanoprobe infestation, dampening field
Whoa,
debuff,
ow.
hyperonic radiation.
Oh, no wonder I'm dying so fast. I didn't accept the level.
Not a
thing.
happy turn. Oh, you can go back and accept it now, I think.
Where do you go to do that?
Look under, I think it's under team settings. So if you like click your friends tab on the far right, it looks like 3 little people next to your, this guy over here is still talking about Rain after we just killed all these people in front of him.
I'm
Serena
over
needs
here.
help wherever she's at. I'm looking for her. I can't find her in the plants. Found
I got her.
Korax though. Okay. It's like I'm looking, she's in the plants somewhere. Korax got
She's
killed.
hiding in the bushes.
Anyways, but if you go to a friend at the top right corner on the right
Yeah, I
of your
found it.
minimap, and then go to team settings. Oh, I got Ramones by Yahoo.
It says beam up to the
Came
ship.
up to show.
Yeah, beam up. And anyways, under team settings, it should say something like match team lead or something like that. And you should be able to set it to match lead, and your weapons and everything will do damage like you're on my level. Alright, so what's the next thing, Zarina? You're kind of leading this one.
It says go to the Borith system, or however you pronounce it.
Okay, so
So we gotta depart this system.
Yep.
finally left the system. There we go.
There used to be like a circle around the system set you're supposed to go to.
There still is.
Huh.
I think the Boris one's just way out there.
You may have to scroll out some to spot it.
I'm
Since I
looking.
don't have it enabled as an actual mission, I'm having to like hunt for it myself.
Okay, I don't have it, and I have it enabled.
The Boris system?
Yep.
Okay, it's in the
Go to the
Boris
system
sector. You pull up the map, you go to the bottom left corner and then over one to the right.
Oh, it's all the way over there.
Or you can go to the system.
All the way over there.
What
Yeah.
system? Oh, there it is. Okay.
And do they let us like fleet warp, or just have to go individually?
I still can't find it.
I think you have to go individually. So, Queen, if you hit M on your map, scroll out a little bit, and go all the way to the bottom left corner. If you look at you see the grid square at the bottom left corner that says the Baja sector? Look
Oh,
to
I
the
have
right, this is the Boris sector. And then bottom
Got it.
left corner of the Boris sector. I just clicked something, I don't know what it did. I am on my way.
Is there an end game VoIP in this thing?
Yeah, there is, but I've never been able to get it to work right.
It's never worked right.
What are you supposed to push?
I think it's busted. I don't think it works, to be honest. Everybody I've talked to uses Mumble or TeamSpeak for this game.
I think you'd have to enable it in your settings first. I am doing 29.9 transport. I can only do this like once every 3 minutes, but when I have it, goddammit, I take advantage of it.
Me?
I was, but I used transwarp.
Now he is 25 light years ahead of me.
I hit the go baby go
I'm
button.
coming.
I don't know
I feel
where
like
you guys
Atlas
are.
or something.
How do you transwarp?
If you get a really big ship, you get a transwarp option.
I'm at Borth.
It's not one of those. It's not one of those you get it right away kind of deals.
But I think the Rizian is like the
Are
fastest
we
ship in the
supposed to
game, isn't
match
it?
nightmares?
Yes. Go to your friends tab, go to team settings, and match me.
I just double clicked on that icon next to you.
Okay, that might work too. Yeah, looks like Warg is the only person matching my level. Crom doesn't need to, but Zarina, if you look at the left side of your screen, where it oh shoot, it won't show that for you because it's you, huh? I think it's under friends and team settings. I'm not sure.
I'm looking in team settings and I don't see it. All I see is team join mode, loot mode, and loot.
Yeah,
bundle.
she got it. All you gotta do is double click that. That
Did you guys
icon to
already
the left of
like
your name.
enter Borth? Where are you guys at? Did I go to the wrong place?
I'm on my way.
Okay.
I'm about there.
You guys are there. Most of you guys are there. I'm kind of just like, I'm an Atlas feeling.
No, that's more like a king crab without speed tweak.
Yeah.
I just busted out the fire starter with like the XL300 engine.
I didn't realize that. I'm wondering if I went to the right place.
Did you guys enter the system?
I haven't entered yet. No.
I haven't because I'm waiting for Queen.
Yeah, we gotta wait for.
I
Zarina.
think you're actually in the wrong.
Where you guys at?
I don't know if we're in Borath Sector
Instance.
1.
Oh wait, instance. I'm in Beta Quadrant. I'm in Sector number 3.
Yeah, I'm in
It
Borath
looks
Sector
like-
1. So
Yeah, it looks
is
like everybody's in
Queen.
Sector 1. I'm
and
changing to
Korath.
Sector 1. That's why I'm sitting on board going, where is everybody?
I
Put
hate
me
when
in a
this
different
game
sector.
does that. It changes your sector. It's like,
It
really?
shouldn't
We're a
do that if we're
5-man
on a
team?
Yeah. No, don't plot a course there. Oh, really? You're gonna put me at all the way up there? Really?
That took me back to the Sol system.
Same here. Alright. I see you guys way out there. Go to Transwarp.
I really wish I could come get Ironbuck and just like latch onto him and tow him here.
That would help me too.
Yeah, see you.
Zarina is 100 light years away from me. Getting more rapido.
I'm here finally.
I don't remember when you get Transwarp. I know it's like later on when you have to like, go across the freaking map. It's like, oh, here's a Transwarp option. And you're like, finally.
There's Warg behind me.
Yep.
I also have I think it's something to do with your warp core. Once you finally get a higher level warp core, I think it finally supports your transwarp.
This is true. Looking at my warp core, I have a Mark 11 overcharged warp core.
Yeah, I'm running a hyper injected warp core Mark 11.
Yeah, mine's gives me warp factor 10. 50% reduced cooldown on transwarp. Yeehaw!
Yeah, I've got a 50% recharge time reduction to slipstream drive.
Not
I'm
bad.
allowed to go. My engine power is allowed to exceed 125.
I got 2 minutes left on slipstream. I wish I had a 50% cooldown on that. Say, Crom, do you have the Universal Nadion detonator console?
I have the console Universal Energy Gateway controller and the Universal Polymorphic Probe Array.
I love the Nadion detonator. You know what it does?
No, but I'm pretty sure you're about to tell me.
It upgrades my photon torpedo to deal a photonic shockwave at like
Nice.
massive damage as well as massive area damage.
I don't know if I'd like a photon torpedo, because right now I'm dealing with a Vadwar cluster torpedo, which
Yeah.
creates a level 65 tricobalt cluster torpedo, which
Oh, that's
explodes,
cool.
creating several tricobalt mines.
Yeah, I like that one. I've got that. It's not a Vadwar. It's I can't remember what it is. But I've also got the tricobalt mines and attack pattern beta 3, which drops 4 tricobalt mines. Oh, that's so much fun. It's like I fly by, rip your shields away, drop 4 mines, and just like laugh myself.
Go yuck yuck as you fly away. Go later.
Enjoy the mines. There you guys are.
Don't rub it in that we fly faster. Damn it. Nightmare shows up, stops on a dime. Hurch!
That's the Rizian Corvette for you.
I keep forgetting how freaking fast things go in here.
Well, it used to be a lot
Compared to,
slower.
like-
They improved it because people were complaining they were taking too long to get places.
Well,
It is
there
still
was
takes
times
forever.
where it's like, oh, you have to go all the way across the beta quadrant? Alright, I'm gonna plot a course and go use the bathroom. We'll be back in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I would do that too. I
Oh,
would
look,
pull up,
I'm here!
I'd pull
I'd go
up
fix something to
Google
eat or
Chrome and
something.
watch YouTube
Yeah.
or something, you know? This Rizian Corvette is so much fun. You know, it doesn't have a tier 6 ability.
That's lame.
So you have mastery unlocks up through level 4, and then level 5 is your ability. The Rizian only goes up to level 4. And level 4 is plus 2.5% critical chance, so it's not even like that big of a deal.
See, there's this
I
ship that I've
wonder-
been looking at.
Oh, you know why? It's a T5U, it's not a true T6, that's why.
See, I've been looking at this Harold Bethlehem Heavy Raider, and everything about it, I was like, oh, this is great, this is great, this is great, and then I read one line that totally threw me off from purchasing this ship. Crew, 25.
We all here now?
I'm here. Is Warg here?
Yep, yep.
Yep, he made it. Go ahead and start it, Zarina.
Kind of wondering if you start it, I wonder if it brings all your team members in.
Isn't that what you did
Should.
last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just she's
What
map
were we
moving.
doing?
It should pop us up a little thing. Oh no, she's moving map. I think we all have to jump in.
I can't. So how did we do it last time? How did we trigger it?
I don't know.
She just loaded it up and said, okay, we're going, guys.
Why don't since everybody's got Zarina as a friend, right? Or rather, Zarina has all of us as a friend.
I think. I don't know.
Why don't
I'll have to
why don't I drop the group leader? Zarina, you take over, and then just invite us all back, and then you can set it up.
Okay.
It's weird. I wonder why it didn't work that way.
Because last time, I mean, she just triggered it and it worked. I don't know why it's not working this time. Which mission was it? Which
it's still Space Chase.
still Space Chase. It's weird. Yeah, let me how do I leave the group? There's team, find team. I'm on a team, I want to leave the team. How do I leave my team? Oh, there. Duh. Yes, leave the team. Alright, who has team lead?
I don't even know how you figure that out.
Oh.
Look over... Okay, can everybody just leave the team by clicking the little guy that walks away at the top of the button for team?
I did.
Alright.
Alright. And once everybody's left the team, let me know, and I'll walk Zarina through how to set up the team.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
clear.
everyone's out of the
Invite team.
Okay. So yeah, Zarina, open your friends group,
Yep.
and then where it shows all 5 of us and there's friends, just right click on our name, drop down to invite to team, wherever it went. There it is. Yep, I accept. And I need to match your levels so it's fair. There we go. Yeah, I'll match your level.
So we need
If
to
I
match
don't,
her level.
yeah, if I don't match your level, I'll be like incredibly overpowered. Like
Yeah.
if I look at them, they'll blow up, and then it won't be much of a mission.
Okay, so we always want to match the level then.
Yeah, generally you want to match your team leader's level. If you're helping a person that has a lower level tune than you, it's just good etiquette. That way you're not like blowing through the mission. If you are joining somebody who's more powerful than you, you definitely want to match levels so you can actually fight.
Are you guys in?
Yeah, I think we're all on the team now. Is everybody in?
Yeah, I'm on the team.
Yes.
Are you able to enter the area?
No,
Nope.
Let me try leaving and coming back in.
I might do it. It's weird. Last time it just loaded right up.
Huh, maybe it's a solo thing.
Might be
It's possible.
out of squad range, disabling squad support in 50 seconds. Yeah, I'm guessing this is you only. Sorry, Zarina.
That's fine.
Looks like it's gonna make you do it on your own. But the good news is once you finish that, after that we'll all be able to help you with Manhunt.
Mm-hmm.
If you need the help. Same thing with friend or foe, and it looks like everything beyond that. I've only gone as far as vigilance personally. I haven't done vigilance yet, so I gotta still work through all those. Alright, I think I am probably going to head to bed. I'm gonna switch to my other characters real quick and queue up all their duty officer missions and then hit the sack.
Good night then.
So I'll hang out for a few more minutes before I log off. I'm letting
Okay.
you guys know, so I'm dropping the team and all that, and switching characters. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Does anybody have questions before I'm gone for the night with different stuff?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna set it up so Thursday after MechWarrior training night we can do Star Trek, and we'll be able to do missions and all that to help each other out, as well as to work on the starbase. And so you know, just if you want help on stuff, plan on like doing it Thursday night. That'll probably be the best time.
Okay.
Also, there's that special
And
event
we've got
running.
Starbase here too, right?
Yeah, we have a
Yes.
whatchamacallit, we have a
We have a
yes.
fleet, but it is a 0 level fleet right now. We are building it from ground up.
Exactly. It's also
So-
go ahead.
Congratulations.
Aren't there little missions you can do like at the fleet though to help it out?
Yes, you can get marks from those.
I thought I did a few, but doesn't it also help build the fleet?
It just gives you marks that you can turn around and put back into the fleet. So it doesn't actually like help build it.
Okay.
Haha, finally beat Nightmare in fleet credits.
That would be on the KDF
Holy crap, I
fleet
cannot
then.
believe this is solo. I'm facing like 4 different ships.
Yeah, there's missions where I'm on, it's like, oh, there's 2 battleships, a destroyer, a couple frigates. I'm like, oh, this is getting great, guys. I'm only in a carrier, you know?
Yeah, I'm not even doing anything to these ships.
Are you still in a
Oh,
group?
is that crazy Romulan one?
Oh, I think it is. That was a hard mission. Took me several
Yeah, there's some of them
hours
that you're like,
initially.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was
Facing down a bunch
brutal.
of federations.
Yeah, when I was learning the ropes, it was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. KDF is definitely harder than Federation for starting out.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
I wish I could just skip.
so Crom, do you know how many fleet marks I have on the Federation starbase?
Too many.
983,200.
Yeah, like there's no way I'm gonna catch you on that one.
But which one of my characters did you pass? Did you pass Nightmare or Mordecai the Long Hunter? Or both?
Let me check. On the starbase itself, I've got you beat on Nightmare and Mordecai.
Gotcha.
On the embassy, you still have me by 3,000 with Nightmare. On the research lab, you've blown me out of the water because we haven't had any new ones show up yet.
Yeah, I
Spire,
didn't review the research lab because I wanted to focus on the other.
The Spire, I just took you over by 1,300.
Thank you, Dick.
And the starbase, I've blown you out of the water. I'm at 53.5. You're at 32. Just boom! But I want the starbase up and running because there's some tier 6 ships that I want.
No, I completely understand. I completely understand. And that's
Okay,
why
I had a team and now I don't.
Yeah, I kind of left.
I see this.
She took her ball and went home.
Apparently she said, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Oh, I'm tired. It's really late here. It's 40 minutes after midnight.
You got any missions you need help with there, German, or are you pretty kosher?
Yeah, if you want to help out, I just need to go over to Starbase 157, which is just like one sector over.
I'll race ya.
Crosses, race me, please. Undyne. I can do Undyne.
I actually did that to Z the other day. We were both at Konos, and I told him, I'm like, oh, you got to go all the way over here. It's like the bottom left-hand corner of the map. He's like, okay. So I like walk off, go to the bathroom, come back with a cup of coffee. I'm like, oh, he's about halfway there. Hit transwarp. He said all he heard was just as I went flying past him.
I don't
like,
want
yeah,
just a standard
good
triple.
like that.
Oh, that's a different kind of triple. I haven't had one that looks like that before. I'm getting rid of the star though. I've got so many stars. So many stupid tribbles. Make a special triple. I've got Quattro Triticale there. I used to do triple breeding. It was so much fun.
I need tribble meat. Or carcasses, actually.
You need a cannibal triple for that.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten into the whole tribble farming shindig.
Yeah, I've got so many tribbles. I actually at one point looked at all the tribbles and was like, I have too many tribbles, and I sold every single one I could on the exchange. But I was going into my starship and doing the triple genetics, and which is a lot of fun as a mini game. You can that's really the only way to upgrade tribbles. You can get uncommon or even rare tribbles from drops, but they're the same type over. Wow, that is a Gorn in pajamas. I never thought I'd see
What?
that. I just warped in. He's supposed to be in a fancy suit, but it looks like he's in pajamas. All on the stream. It's all gonna hit YouTube. What happens on the internet stays on the
Some guy would be like, hey, that's my Gorn!
I say, well, he's Gorn with the win now. This is going to be on YouTube. That way, if anybody needs to look at it again, they can. Doggone it. I love Gorn jokes. Favorite thing about Gorn though is my ability to bite people as a Gorn. You just shot me? I don't think so. Chomp.
Did you just shoot me? That was a bad idea.
Chomp. I'll take a bite out of you.
Where's the
like
link?
chicken.
Or did you not put up?
Oh,
the link?
I'm still streaming at the moment. I haven't put it. It'll be
Okay.
tomorrow if it hits YouTube, and then I'll post it up. The Gorn and PJs will be at the end of this. I got him for a second, and he ran off. I can't get a closer look now. Should have done that, but I got a decent look anyways.
Alright, so, Crom, where are you at?
Oh, I'm on my bridge right now. Just give me a sec.
Hey guys, I'm taking off.
All right, well, we'll catch you later.
Later on.
User disconnected from your channel.
Does hey Nightmare, how do you split stacks of things in this game?
You can't, unfortunately. It stays stacked. I know, it's aggravating. It's like, really? Two more open slots. Holy cow! I got a lot of duty officer slots available. I don't even know what to do with them all right now. Sell prisoners to Orion slaver. Sure, why not?
Yeah, get her done.
Get a lot of latinum. 1,500 latinum. Why not?
Are you ready, Crom?
Instigate a few. Cool. I'll instigate a few. Aw, you failed? Really?
Oh.
You need to make some more room for 4 more things.
Okay, cool.
That's an easy one. That's not.
It's stuff that I crafted before this game changed its crafting style, and I'm like, oh, I'll just hold on to it till I find a need for it. And then I'm like, oh, hey, look, there's a guy that might need something.
My weakness in the Admiralty system is that I have like no science ships, and I'm at a point where I keep getting like stuff that's high on science.
There's crap that you don't need that's plugging up your inventory. Just toss it in the trade window, and I'll take it from you.
Oh, okay.
I'm debating whether or not I want to add my level 52 to the unit. Kind of want to.
Can't hurt. He's still online.
Yep. What character?
Sora, Hawkeye.
I mean, is it KDF, Federation?
Federation.
Federation. Okay, I'll need to switch back over in a second to do that for you.
Okay.
And then tomorrow when I log on, I'll take care of like the ranks and everything. Right now, I'm just putting everybody at Brethren just so they can get their feet under them and all that. And then, oh wait, that's in progress. Oops. And then once we like start getting serious about working on stuff, I'll start adjusting ranks based on participation.
Yeah.
Mainly though, the ranks are just going to dictate how much you can withdraw from the fleet balance.
I just need you to have room for 6 items in your inventory there, Slim. 6 open spots.
Items?
Yeah, 6 open spots in total.
That takes care of that guy. Open that up. I've got Omega and Dyson. I love all the stuff with him. I've got 10,000 reputation vouchers, Crom.
Nice.
Got Undying.
I've still got 55 lithium mining claims.
Nice. I don't know what the dilithium reputation is. Do you know what the reputation vouchers are? I thought it was for the fleet. Oh no, stupid. I know what it is. I just answered that in my head, and it was a dumb question.
Alright, that should give me 6 open spots.
Okay, just hit the accept and I'll give you the rest once we get it cleared up.
It's for the reputation system, of course. Durr. Just like I had fleet dilithium, and that was for the fleet. I used it all. So sick of anti-Borg weaponry. I'm also kind of sick of biomolecular weaponry. What's up with that? I got a biomolecular phaser split beam rifle Mark 12 rare, and my disruptor pulse wave has got more DPS than it, and it's only an uncommon. Alright, switching over to a Federation character.
Alright, German, hit accept there, Slim. Yeah, those special packs, don't open them till you're 50 because they'll give you kits and kit modules for a level 50 plus.
Yep.
Okay.
Anytime you get
My
special
character
packs.
is level 52.
Cool. Anytime you get special packs, save until you hit level 50 at least. That way they'll be at their max level when you open them. Otherwise, they might open as a lower level, and then you'll have to spend a lot of time upgrading them later.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm at
Alright.
ESD, Queen, where are you at?
Deep Space Nine.
Do you
Okay,
think, man?
I'll just transwarp to DS9 and meet you there. How's that sound?
Alright, were you ready, Crom?
Yeah, man.
And
Oh, fighting at level 24. You're moving, Matt. Are we entering Starbase 157?
Yes, I just entered.
Yeah, well, I gotta come in there with you, apparently.
Do you know how to use like operational assets and stuff, Crom? I have an engineering fleet buff, and I have an engineering operational asset fleet buff, and I can't figure out how to use either one of them. It doesn't let
For
me.
the I don't think, like, for the KDF, I don't think we're up that far enough yet, maybe.
No, I mean on the Federation. I wasn't sure if you had experience.
I never really played around with that. I'm sure if you go onto the STO wiki, somebody's got the info for it.
Yeah, you're right. I need to just Google it. I thought it was like an item, a consumable, but it wouldn't let me equip it as a consumable, and it wouldn't let me use it directly.
Just give me 2 seconds there, German. I gotta pop out some more little buddies to help.
Alright.
How do you use the specializations again?
Hit U
Look at
to
that
open
shield
your main
buff.
panel.
Look at that shield buff.
Hang on, I'm changing maps, so I can't do it with you. Alright, press U to open your main panel. Click Specializations at the top, and you have 4 tabs on the left side: Command, Intelligence, Pilot, Commando. Okay. Now, just click Command, for example. At the top, it says Command Officer, and straight across it says Activate Primary, Activate Secondary. What that basically means is, if you activate it as a primary, you'll get special bonuses from it. If you activate it as secondary, you'll get some bonuses, but to a lesser extent. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this holds true for each one of these. Now, command officers, you have space and ground abilities. Intelligence officers are, I think, mainly space. No, they got ground too. They're space and ground. Pilot is space only. Commando is ground only. Okay. So as your little XP bar fills up from levels 51 through 60, you get a specialization point every time you level up. Once you hit level 60, you no longer level up, but you still get a specialization point every time your bar fills. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can choose how to spend your points. For example, right now, I have intelligence activated as my primary.
Mm-hmm, that's what I have.
While it's activated, I get a 5% increase to my dodge chance, and for ground, and a 5% increase to my defense for space. Because I've sunk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 specialization points into it, I get a modifier that raises that from 5% to 8.3% for both of those. Good so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It also means I can train officers in the intelligence officer ability by making training manuals. If I chose command, I train them in the command ability instead. For pilot, I get a 10% increase to my turn rate. Since I've spent 6 points in the pilot skill, I get a bonus to that buff that lets me turn at a 16% turn rate bonus, which is really helpful for cruisers since they have such a wide turn. So far, so good?
Yep.
Alright, and like I said, commando is like pilot but for the ground. Command's like intelligence, but it focuses less on like avoidance and protection than it does on like group coordination. I have different things activated for different characters to kind of experiment and see how it acts and behaves. So when you have your specialization points, they'll show up at the bottom right as a certain number of points, and you can choose to spend them however you want. As you spend them, you'll unlock additional options. So it's a good idea to highlight the options before you reach them, so you can kind of see where you're going to go in terms of your skill tree. Now, as you unlock abilities, your little progress bar fills up, and each time you hit a new tier, you unlock the next set of abilities. So, like, I've unlocked intelligence kit modules, and I'm up to tier 3 for my intelligence officer. It allows me to add intelligence specializations to bridge officers, and lets me choose from the tier 3 gear. which I really need to do because apparently some of this stuff is pretty good. And I'm still like leveling up rank 1 stuff. What am I doing? Anyways, but it's pretty cool stuff. I don't know if there's a limit. For example, I don't know if once you fill up the bar you can't get any more specialization points, or if you can just keep on getting them. I'm not sure. So I'm kind of learning this as I go, and we'll find out what happens.
Dang it, I'm gonna go down here.
You can also get special abilities as a result. So like I got Rock and Roll as a tier 2 special ability, which I think you guys saw me using it against you in match. It lets me do like a corkscrew. It's pretty cool. I'm at DS9 now.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
I can't transfer to number 8, and I don't know where
I don't know which map I'm on.
There we go.
I'm on.
Oh, hey, I'm on
number
8.
8. Okay.
I think we got two
right there.
groups
I'm behind you. I love my ice-covered boots. They run so fast. You have a puppy dog, or a lion cub. Rather.
I think that's actually a. Yeah, that's a cat thing.
Something. Okay, so let's see here. Invite to.
Yeah, it's a cell cat.
Oh, you're already on as a friend. That works. Alrighty, I'm checking the fleet stuff now. Yep, we're good.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna switch over my last character and take care of the duty officer missions for it. Oh, I got duty officer missions on this guy. I haven't finished that. Ooh, Betazoid Bridge Officer, yes. Starship Countermeasures, yes. Warp Core Efficiency, yes. Three more to go.
Ha! My Klingon Defense Force ship is still up. Yeah! Ooh, your shields are not looking too pretty.
There we go.
No, they are not.
I always, every so often, I'll stop in between fights just to let my shields and my crew recharge.
Also, there's open ground arenas, like the Voth ground arena. You can drop as a team, but you don't have to. You can just find each other on the arena and kind of informally team up. That's the best way to do it, because you get to take 2 bridge officers with you each time you do. So if we were to all drop, say all 5 of us, and we each took 2 bridge officers, we'd have like 15 characters.
Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. It would be like so overpowered.
Group below, Federation frigates.
So
Taking a second to recharge the shields.
Yeah, I'll initiate.
So Crom, my obelisk carrier, can put out 12 of the what do you call them? Swarmers. 12 of the obelisk swarmers.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. This cruiser is not actually the top end Herald cruiser. There's a bigger one.
This is a T5U? Why doesn't it let me upgrade it like it did my whatchamacallit? Oh, I gotta go to the fleet selector. That's why. Rats. I need to upgrade this guy. But what I like about the obelisk swarmers is it has a focused anti-proton array, transphasic torpedoes, anti-proton defense array, and beam overload 1. And they're all level 53s. So obviously they're not as good as 61s, but I mean I get 12 of them.
Yeah.
So what happens is when I come in on a strafing run, I've got 2 on my. I've only got 3 forward weapons and 3 aft weapons, but I've got I've got 2 beams and a cannon turret that can hit. I'm sorry, 4 beams and a cannon. Yeah, I was right. 3 beams and a cannon turret, and then I've got a forward-facing transphasic torpedo launcher. So when I come in for a strafe, I hit with all the beam weaponry, and then my 12 obelisks light up and hit you with 12 anti-proton beams with overload array. So it's like in one pass I drop shields with one pass, and then I launch 13. Actually, if I have high yield torpedo enabled, I launch 14 transphasic torpedoes.
Yeah, I just actually picked up a brand new torpedo. It's a thorium infused quantum torpedo.
Oh, those
wow.
are good.
100% plus 100 armor penetration versus exposed targets. 1320 shield drain on exposed targets.
Yep. And the what I like about the transphasics is they do what, 20% bonus damage through shielding, 40%,
Yeah.
40%. So they're like 3,000 kinetic damage. So 40% of that.
Do we want to take out the rest of this escort, or are we beaming aboard?
So it's like 40% of that damage goes
That's
to
a
the
Klingon
shields.
answer for you.
And
Do we let him go? Fuck it. Kill them all.
And I've got 14 of those torpedoes, Crom. That's what's so frightening. In one pass, it pretty much destroys everything. It is so cool.
Yeah, that's greasy.
But I mean, the downside is that the obelisk is not very resilient. So I mean, if I get focused on, I'm dead.
See, as German's finding out, I may be fighting at like a level 24, but my weapons are still doing an ass ton of damage. They have a roundabout? Oh man! Alright, now what do we do?
Alright, now we beam aboard.
Now we beam aboard and kill more people. Have you been remembering to pick up your crafting crap?
Yeah, the items, yeah.
Okay. Well, because there's usually some around here if you scan the map. Yeah, there's two anomalies on this map.
Okay, the anomaly thing, no, I have not been doing it.
Yeah, go grab the anomalies because they're R&D materials, and like I said to Nightmare, I have a page full of them, so I don't need them anymore, but you're going to need them for R&D.
Yeah, the Duranium's the most important because that's the one that'll let you level up your R&D schools.
While you're grabbing this, I'm going to quickly use the can.
So what I was saying earlier is you want to level up your R&D school as far as you can before you actually start crafting for the best results, basically.
Okay.
And that's what the Duranium ore will let you do. You need like 1 or 2 pieces of it in order to level anything.
Ooh, tactical console.
Ooh, nice. It's not often you see a very rare in the medical. Reclaim assimilated Borg drones. Rats. I don't have the duty officer I need. I already used them. That would be pretty cool. Abandoned treasure trove? That sounds awesome. My ships are so low tech here.
I think the thing I like about Star Trek more than MechWarrior is there is that PvE element.
Yeah, the PvE is a lot of fun in this game.
Well, and I feel like if you're using like a I wouldn't say a wrong build, but a different build than what like the meta is, you're not punished as much in PvE.
You're really not. Yeah, that's what's nice.
Whereas in PvP, if you don't have the creme de la creme, you're punished right away. But at least here, it's like, oh, you know, okay, well, that wasn't the best weapons to use against those enemies, but you still won.
Yep. And one thing I'll say last before I go is there's a special event going on that allows all of these special limited time Starbase cosmetic stuff to be available for all of your different things. So I went through and I selected them for everything on both of our fleets. So like for example, our Federation Starbase has where decisions are made, so we're going to get a fancy conference room. And then after that I picked first one then the other, which adds a dance floor and a DJ to the Starbase. I thought that seemed kind of piratical a little bit. I did something similar for the KDF, and I went really more pirate with them, whereas the fleet holdings for Federation, I kind of just stuck with whatever we had.
I am kind of wondering if we plan on doing like roleplay-ish stuff.
Yeah, for fun we can. I mean,
sweet.
Oh man, I'm 6,000 marauding experience away from getting my pirate title.
The Federation fleet's a little harder because it is
Good to go.
Federation, which is kind of goody-goody. So I kind of painted us as like a kind of like Section 38, whatever, kind of like a Black Ops unit that acts as pirates to get done what other people can't get done, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And whereas with the KDF, you can be pirates all you want because that's what the KDF is. And so there wasn't any need for that. So
We're not pirates, we're marauders.
Anyways, but I'm gonna hit the sack. I think I just finished all of my characters, and I'll catch you guys later, probably tomorrow for